Hello everyone, GNT. It appears I am a bit late. Whoops. But I will, Alright. Going to the match, we have Haya in 4 to 1 advantage against Warpai. Haya decides to break Surge and Warpai goes for an I spin to Z spin to break. Into a 16 spike. With a nice count 4 over there. As Haya goes for a TSS defense, trying to get down the board. Haya doing some pretty nice skims, but now is in a Surge's advantage against Warpai. Haya going for a risky setup. I don't think it exactly works as intended, but Gus go down to green. However, MDs, as Warpai's position is still very clean. Ranking A absolutely absurd. Back-to-back 19, now 20, going for a Tetris T-spin and tanking. Still not breaking though, as Haya goes for a break, attempting to disrupt the Warpai Surge, though it is getting really huge. Haya should go for a Surge defense instead of trying to force break a Surge. And there it is, Warpai manages to use advantage of Surge. And an unbelievable spike. Almost surviving. I almost surviving it. Now we see both players going for a classic PKI, though Haya MDs but immediately fixes it. As Warpai going for a slightly safer approach, not going for the usual aggressive LSD, but still gathering in a substantial Surge advantage. Could be using the cheese or could be charging. Doing that very nice icing. I didn't see that. What? Don't know goes that well. Or because Haya MD and Warpai is gonna capitalize on that. There it is. A very nice board from Warpai right now. Though Haya is unfortunate that Haya MD'd, it was a very both players had a very nice board. So MDing an eye piece proves to be lethal. Haya going for accelerated PKI. Seen here. Immediately getting a very nice attack. However, Warpai did a nice job to defend the opening phase. But Warpai going for some very risky stuff, forced to break Surge, and now Haya has a pretty nice Surge advantage. Breaks for cheese, I believe, and then the fix board. Getting a nice small multiplier here and there. Warpai prioritizing their board more right now, going for skims, less efficient, but it's always good to survive. Though the lack of efficiency is definitely getting there as Haya immediately pressures. Going from this, Haya goes for a 6-win, as Warpai goes for a nice vertical TSS. See what appears to be a bunch of all-spin. Immediately both players having Surge 4. The Warpai is actually ahead in Surge even slower. Getting back-to-back 10, Haya breaking but Warpai surviving. However, that board looks quite questionable and there it is. Could not make fast enough T-spins as Haya pressured way too much over there. Hello guys. Are you two participating? I mean, Warpai is participating. Hello Turtle and Warpai. Everyone stream seems to be what is it, 8? It's begun. Going back to the match, seems like Haya had a very nice attack. As Warpai is waiting to tank to use the one clear. However, I think Haya just has way too much attack. I don't know. But then that is GG's. Wait, I keep adding that. But it seems like that is the match. Sorry, but I think I heard thunder outside, but it was a bit late, but it was a pretty nice match. The match, defense versus offense. There was definitely some moments where both players were even, but it really can come down to this like really slightly inaccurate moves. Now, I think it's been a while since I've commentated for a tournament. Wanna be honest. And I guess it kind of works out because I kind of commentate when I play games so I can think of my think of strategies. So I don't need to know that. Uh, no, it's just a nice thing. I gotta say, the graphics look nice. It's like really good. Dang. I do not remember this when I commentated last time. I will also say like solo commentary. I don't actually I see why double commentary works so well now. It's a bit hard to make something. Then then comes solos. I had to look at both boards. Yeah, this seeing in the tournament looks very stacked. Actually, really stacked. What's going on here? I want to look at this. A bit sad. I saw the fusion was over. Or not over, break. 56. Well, that's a nice number. Fusion 56. I gotta say, that's a nice number to end. Might not know why, but you kind of don't have to. Still can't believe how long Radiant or this classic. I'm glad to be here. I still have the Radiant one first Radiant as a crazy now we reach 111. Nice. Who else is being seems to be 9 players. Okay. But it seems like the players here are pretty spicy, they're pretty very strong. I'll just have to check the graphics. Uh where I see that seriously what's that? Uh Jacqueline. Oh, there's a chunk. Oh, yeah, no, there's a lot of strong players here. Whoa, whoa, okay. Damn. Gosh. I mean, there's Radiant, you rank floor. With the addition of X Plus, I'm actually curious how strong. Do I think X Plus was added because of the discrepancy of X and or high X, low X, and mid X? There's a huge difference. And I guess I can get some data on the opponent. There'll be more tournaments. This more tournaments after this. You know which one? It's curious. There will be um, actually. Oh wait, no. Status is Monday now. Completely forgot. It feels good to be back. This is nice. Uh, London where I've been in college and fixing stuff about that. It feels pretty good. And the I still if I fucking slow. Oh, I can't go fast and consistently. It just doesn't work. It really just doesn't work that much. Laptop's pretty good, but it's mostly fine. Climb back and all that. But yeah, it's it's about time. There we go. Alright. Wait, what the frick? It's lagging. That's the first thing that's happening. Why is it okay, there we go. We have 500 versus BCO. Wait, 500. What is his name? Numa, which that makes sense. We have 500 versus BCO. Wait, I thought BCO was Exos. Okay, doesn't matter. 500 we have C2. I still remember fighting 500. He has 4 FPS average. 108. 2.8. I swear PCO is faster than that, but alright. There's definitely some quite bit of differences, but hey, it's pretty interesting to see what happens when I think these two players have similar-ish playstyle. They're both pretty aggressive players. I'm actually very curious on always curious on what happens when two matchups happen like this. Because it will be effectively proving that they are stronger. So he said they don't need warm up. Both of them don't agree to warm up. It seems they just want to go straight to the fire, just absolutely straight to the fire. All right, action already in the first match. As remember, we're already top 8, so it'll be FT11. It'll be FT11, and these two will duke it out. Now I will say the APM. Okay, TP. PCO has quite a bit of APM, but when compared to PPS difference though versus yeah, it's a lot of difference in versus. Actually curious why. Alright. As we can see, PCO goes for TKI as 5 and goes for a 9-0. Seems? Or 09. Okay, seems like 5 is going for a slightly safer route by going for 09 and now going to LSD though, so we went from safe to hyper aggressive. Well, I'd say quite hyper aggressive. PCO has very bad disadvantage, however gets these very glorious 5 and has to force break surge and MDs that and PCO takes the first round. Okay. How to get good? Play to your strengths, play to your opponent's weaknesses. That's good. So I'd say that's good thing. Both players go for TK again, both going for LSD variation. Oh, this is gonna be very spicy game. Feel it. Oh, PCO goes for an interesting all spin there, though I don't know how much it actually opens well. Going for that relatively risky move, but managing to cancel at just the right moment, making Steven on this position. Yeah, no, I don't know. As 5 is just going ham on that LSD. I even after breaking out. Okay. Ivan de-gassed and then immediately went back to Alice. PCO goes for TKI as 5 goes for C-Spin. A known bad matchup for TKI, and then don't think the PCO did not expect C-Spin there. Did not expect the counter attack. And I guess they're both gonna go for oh, 5 still going for C-Spin against PCO's STPC. PCO going for a slightly safer line, not going for PC, instead going for a nice attack actually, 21 spike. A 5 forced the big beat to do. As PCO is racking up surge, 5 then proceeding to go berserk. PCO not really managing to do much with the surge, just has to be used defensively, and now is in a substantial surge disadvantage. No breaks. That's 5 breaks, sending sheath. 5 going for a DS over here. A PCO has a nice open well, and DS, that's a very nice DS actually. PCO goes for a Dono. A 5 board looks a bit cheesed also. Trust in that. Oh! Almost taking 5 out, however, it's one piece not enough, and PCO just can't make a defense as 5 just goes for a counter attack. Dang. One piece, or one height difference decides of you. Yeah, PCO couldn't make a good follow-up after that. Unfortunate. Both players again going for LSD. Though I'm pretty sure, yeah, LSD really benefits the faster attacker. And VTO MD and MD again. Pip and 500 just goes for a quick surge break to kill. Both players might. Or I'm guessing 5-1's gonna go for C-spin as. Oh, 5-1, both players go for PCO. And the similar, very similar PCO follow-ups going for a 5-4. But PCO MD is the overhang, and that is GG's. As the attack is relentless. PCO going for TKI as 5-1 goes for a C-spin, immediate C-spin spike. PCO going for LSD, but it might be a bit too aggressive, and that's kind of the problem. LSD has like no defense. The defense of LSD is literally its offense. There's so many things that decide like that, but LSD is incredibly offensive, incredibly aggressive attacking Void. I'm not sure what opening it is. I didn't. Oh, I should focus on that. So 5-1 immediate, not immediate. Not keeping Surge as high, but having this very nice DS here. PCO is keeping Surge though. Probably has to break at some point. Nice cancel though. See, that is a very good cancel. Very good technique. So this is again 5-1 having the Surge advantage. PCO does have a nice position though, but Surge disadvantage is definitely uncomfortable. But it could be managed. Oh, break, but it's not enough. However, 5-1 breaks, but PCO has double eyepieces and a very good well set up. PCO was prepared for it. But 5-1 again, just constant attack, constant pressure. Really forces opponent's response. And this time, it seems like PCO just couldn't make a defense against 5-1's relentless attacks. Constant ATM being pumped. 5-1 goes for C-spin again. I will say I don't really know my C-spin openings that much. I can't name them. But it seems like PCO might have an advantage as 5-1 MD'd but could not place fast enough to capitalize. Instead going for a fractal, but the fractal is a bit too slow for the position. PCO probably will go for TK again. Both players do, but PCO goes for a different system. 5-1 again just going for classic LSD, and PCO just couldn't skim out of that. It was a slightly different PKI, and they couldn't exactly make a follow-up, sadly. But it's a bit strange as that follow-up should be... I'm forgetting PKI names. Both players again go for LSD. Usually very wild matchup. Both players have similar speed to the count, but 5-1 breaks first, but survives. Has to skim. PCO has to skim. And it's a bit too late for PCO. PCO cannot hesitate too much as 5-1 is just going belligerent at 4.5 BPS. Completely insane attack. PCO goes for PKI as 5-1 goes for C-spin again. PCO going quite fast with the LSD though. Probably was doing it earlier, but it's really ramping up. However, an MD over there, and there's a surge disadvantage, and that probably will prove to be lethal. As a 25 spike and a DS right there, there will be an instant DS after that. And that's GG's. No sweep though, I would say, no sweep. I think, yeah, PCO MD, I think, was going for a TST. A TST as defense, and then an all-spin. Yeah, probably L-spin. But unfortunately, NMD happened. And yeah, the APM. It really is tough. I think both are aggressive players, and then if another player is just too aggressive, it's very hard to defend. Or it's just very hard to get the attack, because especially if the aggressive player knows not to attack, is really a problem. With that, 5-1 proceed to the winner's bracket, as PCO has been dropped, but still has more chances. PCO, yeah, PCO might go low EPM against high X, though I'm not exactly too sure. I haven't fought PCO a lot, but I just remember PCO should be with that. As seen here, we have Turtle versus Haya. This would be this would be nice to see. It has similar APM to the PPS. Seems like Turtle's a good amount more efficient. Going here, we see STPC spin as Haya goes for sticks in it. I didn't see the openings, it was so fast. Both players having similar surge as Haya goes for a nice double TSS. However, Turtle managing to masterfully block them all. But Haya going aggressively with the 6-3. Turtle breaks, however, Haya survives, which means Haya gets to keep all of the advantage. Breaks with a 25 spike, and that is GG's for Turtle. Now we see both players going for PCO, going for the same Alston. But Turtle goes for a slightly more centered approach, as Haya goes for a more upstack, but MDs all pieces. So let's see, MDs and IPs. Dang. IPs and MDs are probably the most lethal of all MDs, I would say. Because that piece is vital for defense, and without IPs, it's very hard to hit the defense. Turtle going for STPC spin as Haya went for more. I don't actually see. However, it seems like Turtle MD'd and has a STSD but cannot separate. There's just no way. There's no way. Nice tank from Haya there. I don't think Turtle should have sent those lines. Yeah, both players are now going for accelerated TKI. Haya going for a slightly different follow-up though. Not the usual facto spam, the one that we usually see when going. And Haya also going for some having some nasty MDs, and Turtle's just getting a very nice position. Now he tanked. He got a very good position. Tanked at the right time. Turtle going for MKO as Haya goes for a star. I think that might be one of the few I know, but I'm not so sure about my open knowledge really. Having a nice nice spike though, but it's all queen, which means Turtle might just use it for their own benefit, for his own benefit. Haya here having, oh no, that's unfortunate. And Turtle's just having a 24 spike as punishment. Maybe it died from, yeah, might be. The PCO was still defending. Oh, I see. Going back to the match, we see that another STPC spin versus a TKI. This is a slightly weird TKI, and it's forcing IP's waste, and Turtle immediately capitalizes on that. As seen here, we have Turtle going for reliable versus TKI, going for this variation that can loop, I believe. Turtle goes for a tank, getting quite a nice position already. Getting an LFT in fact. However, Haya is relentless with this offense, forcing Turtle to actually break and having essentially nullified the surge as Haya goes for another. Almost dying for it though, but has a very nice DS and a nice dome. Okay. And this was 28 spike, and Turtle's defenses have been completely massacred from that. Oh my, okay. Yeah, no, this is really close. It's definitely gonna be close. I think that is Castle Top. Actually, if it's Castle Top, Fonzie. That looks similar. It's probably gonna transpose to a LST or at least a 6-3. But Turtle decides to DS. Makes sense to not have to deal with a problematic forward state. Haya does send a very good surge, but does not have a follow-up, meaning almost died for it actually. Haya breaks surge for cheese. Our Turtle has quite a nice defensive response, and Haya just getting completely blasted after, considering that he used all of his attack, meaning there's no more enough for defending. Asini Turtle is going for MKO as Haya goes for star. I believe it's star. I don't actually know. I'll just keep calling it season. Haya immediately going for offensive with the surge. Might be an unfortunate hold I saw. There was some slight delay, felt like an MD to me. Or some a missed piece. Unintentional at least. I am going for some nice spins, but Turtle having a very nice board cheese though. But Haya survives, and now Turtle has a lot of issues to deal with. Having MD'd eyepieces everywhere, but going for an insane counter for what was that is inhuman. That is an inhuman counter for, and that's another counter for more human, but still like very bold. Nice skim from Turtle also. What the hell? Haya though having a very nice surge advantage, has to break. Might be forced to break though. Not sure if Haya maybe could have tanked, but it's a very risky position after that. Oh, Haya's a bit confused on what exactly should be the exact defense. Haya does find a very nice defense though, and now going for the offensive once again. But Turtle has a really insane board, but cannot put it. And I think this blunder that he just blundered. Holy. Very tense moments here. Like it's like it's again one wrong move and it's just in a complete disadvantage and might just be losing. We have stick spin versus SDPC, and that is a what is that garbage location for both players. Garbage is the same for both players, but and since they did SDPC spin and stick spin, and I believe both C spins are similar enough to each other in location. Both are just gonna have explosive openings. And Haya just straight up goes for the haymaker move. Breaking Surge, getting a Tetris and a T-spin. I'm pretty sure. It was so fast I couldn't even see what attack was even used. We're gonna see Reliable versus Castletop, I believe. Castletop is a bit more in the center, Haya deciding to break before Surge, probably for a better, more clear position, but almost dying for it, and does die for it, as the Reliable offense is just it's causing serious damage. Tanked lines and then proceeded to DS into another assault. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I lagged a bit and then I think what happened is a surprise spike, but it was honestly so fast I couldn't it didn't load properly. Looking back at the match, it seems like Turtle MD'd a LST leading to a surprise kill. As Haya going for this insane blasting donation. What is up with this donation after a freaking stick spin? A slightly different stick spin into it, just absurd offense. Absurd launch set. Turtle definitely going for the kill here with that LST, essentially screaming the horn of attack. Just absolutely far cry of going for a insane spike. So it seems like it has actually ended in a relatively peaceful manner. Now Haya now has a spike, but Turtle just absorbs it. MDs though, I think, but it doesn't really matter as Haya does not try to get an eyepiece but just couldn't. And it's still tied, by the way. It's still tied. Haya goes for snail. Alright. The Turtle's probably gonna go for spin, yep. All spin there. Going for that TSS though, it doesn't exactly open well that well. Okay, I should probably use that to listen that. Oh, tanking though. Slightly risky considering Surge disadvantage, but honestly, I think it was completely fine. However, Turtle does not have defense, but does survive. And going for almost counter 4. Almost deciding to go for counter 4. And now Turtle has a pretty nice position as Haya has the DS to cheese. But DS is pretty well. And now has a very nice board for offense. Turtle building a STSD. Does have Surge to defend, but now I think Haya has the momentum here and is just gonna go with this. And with this freaking setup over here. Might be going for TST Taake. No, that's not happening. but it wasn't enough. I think Turtle's gonna go for a TSD, and he's gonna go for a TSD there. That was okay. Has to break though. That is not a good number to break Surge on though, I will say. With no attack, that does just sends Queen. Might not be the best. High is gonna tank though. That's an aggressive tank. Might not be intentional, but at least it will do the work. Haya once again go for a offensive, but MD's giving. Oh, and there's Turtle immediate. Turtle realizes that there's an opening and goal instantly just blitzes out all the pieces. It's now Turtle's now one game ahead. Turtle tanking a TSS. Okay, that's a bit strange. Oh, very nice all spin to create a TSD though. And then going for a 4-5. Slightly uncomfortable for state. Probably has to break. And now this is gonna be a problem for Turtle. As it equalizes again. As High just goes for a more principled forward. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the game sound that is that is not good. I'm not hunting screen. Seems like both players have built accelerated TKI, and tanking is usually very good in accelerated. Both players just decide to immediately nuclearize so that they don't have to deal with that. Effectively going for a handshake. However, Haya breaks Surge, but Turtle does not break. However, Haya goes for yet another assault. Still though, Turtle is almost taking Haya down, but it is just not enough. So Haya has some slightly inaccurate schemes, but still manages to get out of there. What the fuck? Absolutely, what the hell? What is going on? Haya is still defending against Turtle's belligerent attacks and does one MD. But the position is still really good for Turtle, I'd say. Just needs a few more pieces, but sadly, it's just not enough pieces. Turtle's attack was beautiful though, actually, it's really good. But it just was not enough to kill Haya. Now we have Turtle going. Oh, it's Haya MD the stick spin. Turtle immediately going for the 7. That's just the immediate change. What is this? Turtle does MD a bit there. Might have gotten the kill if it wasn't. But Turtle still has the offensive momentum within him, going for a 12 spike. But Haya is just defending. Haya has a very good tank though. This might be an issue for Turtle, as Turtle does go for that setup. Okay. It's so fast, I can't even describe the setup. Oh, that's an unfortunate MD from Turtle. And now it's a 10. Probably one of the biggest leads, and now probably one of the as a relatively big lead. These two are so even, but it's gonna be quite a struggle for Turtle to get the 2 points again. Both players going for STMBKs. I love STMBKs. Looks like it's gonna be quite similar to the other matches. Explosives everywhere. Literally just guns blazing. Going for the attack. As Turtle is literally 5 PPS. Like straight up just 5 PPS. Stacking this 7-2 as hard as he can. Going for a full offensive. Has to break. But now has a absolutely insane board state here. And now going for a very nice TSS into a Factor, into a Tetris, into another T-spin, and that is his round. 250 APM at least was the percentage. Oh no, that's okay, but that is a problem. There's an issue on going fast. It really reduces stamina, and it seems like even with that last stand, it still was not enough to catch up. But well played to both players, so that was... What a match. What a match. GG. The match was so glorious that the sound of Tetrio is literally dying. That's how good it is. That is how good the match was. It literally... Like Tetrio was having a hard time. The client was really having a hard time to keep up on what was happening. Straight up. Well played it. I don't know how you guys play that fast. It's really absurd to watch. And we're still with the great moves. Unfortunate MDs end there, but I honestly expected more MDs from going that fast, but it seems like they can handle it. As high enough proceeds. Uh, and now we have Nala versus Akma. This could be Akma like top 17. Yeah. Okay, what the? Nala is like top. Yeah, this is gonna be okay, they're gonna do forgot what yeah, global 17. Yeah, this is a big deficit. Oh, that's a 20. This is this is definitely gonna be a slightly problematic deficit, and okay, that Z spin did not work. It's warm up though, so you live and learn. Solid. Now the match begins. No, this still has to see. Yeah, still have to win 11 times anything. So let's see how this will happen. See what happens. I'm not going for PC, but Nana actually quite fine in the opening phase so far. There's no problem. They commentate this first. But seriously though, I say Nana's board looks fine. Like, oh, okay, at the second. Oh shit. Akma's board looks just completely simple. I would just say Akma is playing relatively simple but reliable moves. Sachi goes oh, both players going for EKI, LSTs, but Nama. That is not okay. You don't want to fuck up LST against someone who's doing LST also. It does not end well. It's almost always does not end well. But good defense from Nava. Akma's actually pretty cheese. Wait. This could be a kill. But Nava needs to open well. That will be a chance. And Akma immediately just DSs. However, Nava has a okay, no sweep. Okay. Shit. No sweep though, no sweep. Akma got cheesed. Straight up got cheesed. No other word. Both are going for SDPC, but Akma's going for classic SDPC PC. But yeah. And Nava going for SDPC spin. And Nava actually has the Nakamura now. Breaks it, trying to send cheese it seems. Miss PC, but I don't know if you want to PC Akma at all. And Akma just, even with that garbage, and I think Nava mishold, but GG's. So, yeah, Akma has a very good attack there. Akma's world ending. Very nice game into two Tetris chained together. Akma going for stick spin as Nava goes for this same 31 spike though, but MD's don't want to MD the sequence. Akma though, I would say even if it's a 3.8, I'm playing relatively safe. I'd say this is pretty safe for someone literally going at 3 point. So those are some nice steals. I'd say like Akma is just playing open, very open Tetris. Just it's very hard. Like, even if you MD a board, it's probably still fine. Yeah, this will be very tricky. Nava, both players did go for PCO. Nava does go for PC though, but immediately gets blocked. Double TSS. I mean, no, that's not double TSS. So I decided to cancel though. So does send lines, has to break though. Oh, that's awesome. But the pressure is on them. So it's really it's higher, more likely that happens because there's more pressure as you're getting attacked, and it's very hard to know where your pieces are going when you're getting set lines. It's just not very comfortable. Does not decide to go for the chain back-to-back there for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. And I think that's an unfortunate SB. It's so much pressure. Really. It's difficult. It's very difficult to just do right things when you're getting attacked with stuff. It's hard. I'm not going for fixity, and I'm not going for STP system again. Whoa, okay, and I was gonna go for a slightly more aggressive line, but just couldn't pull it off. Yeah, I was too fast or Nada too slow, one of the two. Nada is trying to make a safe position, but it's just not enough to defend, really. Almost defending, actually, I will say. Nada's very close to equalizing, or surviving that. Both players probably gonna go for TKI. Nope, no. Nada's sticking to. Uh-oh, that's unfortunate MD. Both players have MD'd though, so I think opening wise, they both survive. Usually, it just goes to simplified there. So Akma now has a back-to-back 6 advantage. And it is increasing quite rapidly. Breaking it though, I don't know. 11 still does DS, so actually got quite a bit of good stuff from that. MDs, but ignores it. It's just style, just straight up ignores the MD. White ball. Oh, that IP specifically. Yeah, no. It's very hard to place IP pieces like that and getting away with it. Usually that's why you put flat. A bit unfortunate location, but it's odd. There is some odds against it. Going for SDPC again, as I believe was LSD. It's strange though. I thought Akma wouldn't go for LSD. Oh, I'm being some sequences though. And yeah, Akma is playing very safe. Like, really safe. Like many skims to make sure that the board is open. Probably makes sense as Nara's first kill was a absolutely massive counter spike. I understand strategy here. Nara's just going unafraid. Unafraid and making all of this crap, all of this good attack. And there it is, pressured. That's kind of the punishment of getting a bit passive sometimes. Like when you're getting passive, you're giving opponents time to just do whatever they want. And sometimes you really don't want the opponents to do whatever they want, because they just pressure you to no end. And even if the player isn't as high rated that that can still happen. Sometimes like the principles still apply. And Akma has nice surge but breaks and gets cheese for it. Like actually, straight up gets cheese. But Nava cheeses himself. But has a nice DS. Oh, I think missed it. But still a fight position. Oh, unfortunate. That is insane to think about. And Nava's made a slight inaccuracy in DS. Like it still looks completely fine. And then Akma just goes for a simple, a very actually not that simple. It's a very nice scheme idea to go for multiple Tetris as it picks a second and it just does enough damage. Like there's not the very little you can do against it. It's just a very good sequence. It's very solid. MD trying to get that eyepiece. Nice fix though. Oh, nice skim. Skim to make TSD. Many people should do that more, I'd say. I like that. When you skim to get a TSD, that's a very good move. Usually that's a very good move, especially for defense when you don't have B2B to worry about. And Nada, I will say, Nada's doing a very good job of pressuring, making Akma not get a billion surge. Like this is a very good, very instructive battle. You want momentum to but that is not okay, that is unfortunate. The thing is though, Akma is playing incredibly safe. Akma is playing this game very safe, making sure that their board is completely fine. And now it's just which means Nala is just going as berserk as they can. That's basically what I'm saying. And those are some very nice pieces for Aqua, making some very clean board, and now going for a nice 6-2. So I think MD a bit, but again the MDs are really not lethal because Aqua's board is just not very committal. Though I don't think that works, but gets a really nice DF. Oh, that is just about enough to kill Nava. Nava's defense though was great, but it just wasn't enough. And it wasn't fast enough. Akma going for a... Actually don't know what that is was. But it leads to LSD. And Nava does get a 35 spike, but gets completely countered by it. Uh-oh. Akma's on the offensive, and that is GG's. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I thought that was gonna happen. Decides to go full rogue and goes complete assault. Probably saved it up for a moment. And to be fair, 30 plus spike is but there's really nothing you can do against a monstrous counter attack because you did 35 spike, but you have no pieces left. Yeah. No defense left. And if they survive, and the one who survived is top 70. So yeah, so, around James, but how many did they uh-oh. I hope he gets well soon. That's a bit oh yeah, get some rest. Rest. When you guys don't feel well, rest. Just rest. Yeah, sadly that's them. That doesn't mean Hana was eliminated, but they put up a fight. A pretty instructive fight of not preventing, I will say. And now we have Corpai versus Yuran. Both players relatively slow. Well, don't want to go to their full speed. Of course, there is some lag deficit, but excellent. They're still excellent, and they want to go for one. It seems. No, I would say that there's Yuran goes for oh my, what is that season? that has to be the cleanest season I've ever seen. What? What? I don't know what I just saw. That was very nice season. I could lock on the both players. I think Corpai was straight up going for Wasty Shakiku. I am pretty sure that was the move was oh, that is a bit messed up. Alright, now we have Corpai. And Yuran going for a 6-spin. I will say I'm gonna probably say that Yuran's gonna go for 6-spin. If it's in the bag, Yuran will go for 6-spin. That's Yuran sometimes even goes for 6-spin 6-skim. In fact, if I remember correctly. One of the few actually does. That's a very nice defense. Very smooth defense. Corpai is playing uber efficient. Like this is just probably can just break, or he's gonna make ice spin. Oh, okay, that does not have to do that. He does not have to do that. I would say, but still, more power to him, I guess. And okay, Corpai is going for LSD shape, and it's very clean. What the fuck? Oh, that's an unfortunate stuff, but yeah. Okay. Eugene just fought Corpai. Corpai just went to TL and turn on. Okay, and again, Yuran is going for a 6-spin. Oh, unfortunate MD though. And Corpai has a very nice PSS Tetris. Okay. These are some. Oh, okay. I don't know about that. I don't know how Corpai is gonna fix. We're probably just gonna place it in Waste T. That's whatever. Yeah. And T there. Okay. Yuran breaks, but I don't know how good that break is as Corpai has sufficient defense and has high search. Oh, that's not very tactically sound. Yuran going for 6-spin again as Corpai goes for seeming, I think it's some kind of TKI variant of the TSS. I think Quarpy MDs and actually might have missed a nice T-spin. But to be fair, they're probably prioritizing their board more, and that is though that does mean Uran has a quite nice back-to-back advantage. Though now getting, I like to say that there's dangerous level. Oh, that's a rip. I was to say the least. That's just nice. It was an intent tank, but the problem is if you fail it, you lose. That's sometimes how it goes. The Quarpy going for double, but I don't actually know. This is a bit aggressive for something that Uran is going for, but Uran does not have the nicest board after that for some reason. It looks completely like sometimes you have a great board and then you realize the board isn't actually that good. Weird. You think you have a good board, but sometimes it's just not the case. Quarpy is just going for a nice count. I need adding a few more Minos, getting a very clean cut copy over there. Even indeed, maybe. Wait. Oh, well, getting a bit hard to watch more boards at once. Even going for stick spin. At least I know Euron's probably just gonna go for stick spin all the time. I'd be very surprised to see Euron not go for stick spin. I'm not saying that's bad, it's a bit predictable. What is that decent? Also, whoa, okay, that's some MDs there. Man, I could really should. I need to watch both boards. It's hard. Again, I think Euron's just gonna stick spin. Yeah, that probably shouldn't be. This is not in any way derogatory. It's just. Oh, does that even work Wi-Fi? Oh, I guess it does, but position. I think no, he can't. Not anymore. It's too late. Wi-Fi dies. Does not have IPs. You have to. Okay, I will focus on what Euron does after 6-win. Wi-Fi going for okay, that's not it. It does not go for 6-win. Oh, that's a nasty MD. Oh, I don't know, but that's way too greedy, Euron. That is way too greedy. That needs might be a bit much, especially after MD like that. That is something else. Wi-Fi probably gonna go for accelerated as Euron goes for 6-win. So Euron MD 6-win. That makes a nice dono. Teasing him a bit. Alright. Making quite a bit back now. I don't know what's up. Oh, Euron is a bit confused, honestly. That's not, to be fair, that does look like that Q looks ass. To be completely honest, that Q looks ass, but that's giving a lot of time for Quarpy to just count more APM, even at this speed. No, I do not mean anything rude on both of these players. I don't have any beef with these players. I don't have any beef with most. Very precise stance on Quarpy, even okay going for that. Oh, that's an unfortunate. After Euron's 6-win was a pretty nice board, but couldn't make it fully flat. So sorry. Oh gosh. Apology. Did I just see Quarpy BT? Wait, fuck. I sneezed and then okay, what just happened? Wait, I missed the entire match. Okay. This is not good. Going back, we have we do have BT cannons on the board. So BT loop might be. It is. Does it even work? Oh my goodness, it actually kind of works. Quarpy has a surge advantage after BT cannon and after a really nice all spin. But Euron does have some defensive hold, I think. Though, this is getting a bit spicy. Oh, that's one piece off. Unfortunate. But no, I said I don't have beef with any player. I was supposed to. Oh my goodness, Wi-Fi is looking at match, going for new DT. Alright. Even going for stick spin, very nice donation. Might be Theory, or might be after Theory, but very nice steal. Oh, Kodono? Oh, but double Tetris though. Oh, that's disgusting. Disgusting MB. Even with them, they're so quite like apparently. Oh, okay, going back to the match. I don't know what happened to Flowers. It's a very nice board for both players. As Yuvan. Oh, Seasman? No, that's a problematic break. But going for his TST Brave Soul. Oh, I know. I think I knew what Yuvan was gonna try. I respect the attempt. Trying to Icewind to skim to get a TSD. That is bold. That is nice idea. So, yeah. That is. That's not good. But recovers. So Wi-Fi has a nice advantage there. Okay, my voice spoke. Oh, yep, Wi-Fi was gonna. But that breaks that fuck. But he's gonna tank. Bold. Actually, not really. Still. Nice counter. Oh wow, what a setup. You even need to act now, not die. There it is. But oh, that is. Oh, that is not okay. That is not okay. But even does manage to fix. Oh no, it needs some more efficiency. Though I will say that's a lot of cheese for Wi-Fi to do. If Wi-Fi does not immediately kill, Wi-Fi is in a very, very problematic position to DS. Like this is a lot of and there it is. I forgot my Wi-Fi was starting. Oh yeah, it does start. I forgot. Another stick spin on this. Uh-oh. Wi-Fi. Okay, I don't. The fuck? Sorry for that. I really don't know what I'm looking at sometimes. I don't know enough often. Okay, I think I mishold, but turns out might be good. Human does have a nice board though, but oh, he's not opening well. That feels a bit scary. Okay, but now open. Oh fuck, can you open well? Okay. Has a safe fish board though, but does not have he does not have an eyepiece. GG's and Wi-Fi was doing some nice Austin gymnastics over there. Oh, okay. I played both players though. That was alright. And that should be. That also means Yevon is out in the tournament, but still a fight was given. A fight was given to him. And he's walking. And I believe, that's an interesting match. This is really Turtle versus right. Earlier, Akma was playing a very safe defensive playstyle. Now I'm curious what Akma's gonna do here. Turtle was belligerent against Haya. The Haya, though to be fair, that match was really close. It could have gone either way, and it would still be just yeah. Oh no, wait, whoa. Oh, oh. Wait, something's gone wrong to stream. I think. Or is it? Oh, yeah, guys. Oh, flower? Oh. Wait, okay, it's back. They are doing warm-up right now, don't worry, this is not the full match. They will have a see on what these players are gonna be planning to do, or probably. I will say Agma is definitely going more aggressive here. Oh, yeah. Though a bit out there, I would say. I swear, this is oh MD. That might be it. So Akma is very fast at skimming, but I think even that is not a compare. And Thirda was just playing 2.2. There's the efficiency. So yeah, I'm gonna be quite curious on what's gonna be happening. Because it seems like it might be counter, so they might. I think both of them are gonna be doing like Turtle's already doing something differently. And now the real battle begins. They're both probably gonna go for either either PCO or yeah, both will go for PCO. PCO skim as Akma is just going straight to Blitz. Yep, straight to Blitz. And now going for a stick spin. Okay. Turtle though just actually defending at 2. Look at 6. Akma does go for a assault, but it is not enough. Yeah, Turtle's going for a slightly different, very different approach here. Going for a pure efficiency against Akma. I guess that makes sense. Akma is probably less efficient and less aggressive than Haya. So I think that is probably the reason. It's really interesting to see both of these players adapt to each other's styles. And already we see Akma going more straight for the head. Complete back with the abandon. Even okay, messed up void state for messed up a bit of their void state, but still going for such aggressive moves over here. But Turtle's defending. I repeat, Turtle's defending with all of these very nice and precise cancels, and also using Akma's offense against them by just cancelling over again, eventually racking up enough of a surge to go for the offensive, and there it is. Okay. Yeah, that might be the problem. Akma's attack is a lot, but might be predictable, especially for Turtle's perspective. Might be easier to tank. So I will say though, this is not something, this is not easy to deal with at all. This is a lot of stuff. This is quite a lot of stuff. So nice DS there. Akma going for a very nice down stuff here. Oh, okay. Akma again going belligerently with the attack on the 7-2. But he uses 2 eyepieces. Oh no. He uses 2. Oh. Alright, now going back. We have Akma going for a LSD and as Turtle goes for accelerated TKI. Going immediately for the open line. Oh, slide. Oh, that's a risky DS sign. You literally prioritizing combo so that you can send more lines with the counter. But Turtle's board is actually messed up. Almost saving it though. Oh, there it is. But there's still a lot to go through. And I think Turtle did it. Yes, I think they did it. Holy frick. He's gonna Akma's gonna TSS for sure. Yeah, Akma is just straight up going for all the nasties, all of the attacks. If there's a chance to keep attacking, Akma will take it. Disadvantage, but Akma doesn't give shit. Oh, that's slightly strange though. But Turtle does not go for offensive surge. Though it is risky. I would say it is very risky. Again, if Akma survives this, it's gonna be a lot brutal damage. And as seen, you give a fast player Queen, they will DS it. They just DS it. As seen here. They will find a way to use the Queen and blow up completely like that. And Turtle, even with Turtle's defense, is not enough. And that's because too much lines. And Akma may be timing a bit better this time, or not just sending so much. Turtle slightly struggled on the defense there. The board did look quite strange. SDBC versus Stick Spin. Both players are going to be forced to send lines to each other by going for such provocative openings. Who has the advantage there? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. No, definitely now. Oh, Turtle has the advantage for sure. But Akma no surrender. I mean, playing like this, there's no way you're gonna surrender. Surrender is not an option. Ever. Again, Akma going for this. Oh my goodness, that's way too much though. Turtle had the perfect attack over there. He managed to skim enough, and then it just straight up made the most of one of the most damaging sets there. One EDT assess, that's there. Though breaks. But oh, Turtle breaks though. But I'm almost dead, but has IPs in the end. Close, but that's still not over. Oh, like again, you sent Queen though, but that is a lot of cheese for both players to deal with. Oh, and Akma gets the draw. Okay. Okay, yeah, the sound. I mean, I'm not that sure. I think I've said audible. SDPC versus Stick Spin once again. Ace is gonna be explosive. I mean, it always would be explosive. It's SDPC versus Stick Spin. And it's gonna be cheese everywhere, as both players are gonna find the DS to survive, chasing each other in the end. And now the battle will just continue to be freaking complicated. Oh, this is one of the few moments where Akma has the surge advantage and is gonna be using it for a attack, and that is way too much damage for Turtle to deal with. And way too much stuff. It really is. And that's an unfortunate ZMD. Akma going for Blitz. Has a very nice board also. But Turtle has pieces, but it is so much attack. But Turtle, calm and collected, finds one of the only moves in the position. But goes way too greedy. What the frick? Going for a T-spin at the top of the board. It's really aggressive. But against Akma is going completely ballistic over here with those setups. 4.8 clocking in. Though we have seen Turtle 5 DPS. If we see both, yeah, both stars, both are just dogfight, like absolute dogfight. It's good. It's they part ways on their defensive ways, man. It's all damage now. Just sheer volumes of attack, as both players are just surviving and surviving and surviving. Oh, that's an aggressive. That is a greedy defense. It might pay off though, and it does. But that's a nasty MD also has to skim out of it, and MDs again. Turtle finding the DS. So what the fuck? And Akma would be cheap as the result. Akma couldn't find the DS there. It's really hard, and there it is. Unfortunate sequences happening to both, but because of how it went, Akma just was too cheese to go for the effective. It would be too risky and it would just be hard to think about it. With cheese, you usually don't go for attacks because if your opponent tanks, you're so screwed. So screwed. Akma trying to make an overhang, has to break Surge though because of it. And that gives back-to-back advantage, but Turtle does not have that much to do with it. No, he does have a good board, but Akma just neutralizes. Our Turtle once again has an insane, even better board. Has a double CST. It's 4 combo catches. Gee. What an awesome sequence to get to that point also. Both players are going for PC. Oh, as Turtle goes for PC this time. Tanks the attack. And he's gonna slide for an IP. Or, oh no. He's gonna slide for a T-piece, but not for the T-spin that I thought he would. And Turtle is DSing and cheesing Akma to death. Too hard to DS. Dang. Surrounding cheese. Definitely some lactose and stuff happening here. As we see, we have an STPC. However, Turtle decided to break it. Don't know what, but I think Turtle was afraid of something there, afraid of an offense possible. Maybe just going for safety. Because blue, okay, that is a lot though. But it's hard to evaluate. But you get this 31 spike anyway, and there it is. 210, 1 APP. Akma with a very good defense though, just could not hold on that much longer. As Akma's defense isn't as efficient, though still very efficient, but that spike is just huge. Turtle going for a tank. I'm always hesitant to go for tanks and SDs because of the 1 in 10 chance. That's why I kinda don't like doing reliable TSDs out low, or tanking with reliable TSD lines. I do not want to get RNG'd. And speaking of, okay, this is not RNG, this is just insanely good board states with the pieces given. And Turtle, okay, to be fair, Akma did MD, but what a survival. What a amazing. Both players are going for, okay, well, SCPC spin versus stick spin, but that's that's disgusting MD, that's that. And, okay, Turtle's garbage is right on top of the fractal, oh god. Yeah, no, there's no surviving that. We have a 4 wide by Turtle. Oh, MD did though. What the frick is that dude? But I think Akma has a very nice board now. No, I'm pretty sure Turtle has a DS. Yeah, MD and 4 wide momentum. Hold. That might be survivable. It is. Oh, then that's a counter. Uh-oh. However, that's a lot of lines, and now Akma gets to go for a counter attack. Oh, I thought Akma was gonna go for a DT cannon, but no, actually, no, if Akma does those things. Now it's even, though surge-wise it is not, and Turtle seems to have MD'd. Oh my goodness, what has happened? That was a bit crazy. So Turtle go for Among Us? Oh, okay, no. So I think that's just, yeah. Akma's too fast to just DS that. That is, I'd say that's a bit foul. They already 4-wided now. Relax. Now, I don't know what opening Akma did. I've seen it quite a bit though. I think it was popularized by OJ. It's a simple PSS that just leads to very nice boards most of the time. That's a nice auto spin. Oh, that's a different side. That is not the side I expected them to go by. Okay. However, Akma does have a nice board and going for the cheese. Turtle block. Akma tanked a little bit, but it does nothing. Akma going for the surge and going for the kill. Dang, okay. Turtle had a very nice board though, just couldn't really use it for some reason. What is happening? Did I lag or did Turtle lag? Turtle is alive though. Not sure about what. Oh, Akma MD. Turtle has a lot of time now. In terms of deaths, they have a lot of time to survive. I know, like it seems like there's like very few seconds, but the very small amount of time can really mean a lot, especially if a player knows how to burst. the right moves. They know what to burst, and they know it's correct. Then they can get away with a lot of things if an opponent even hesitates. And I think that's a good example of that. Right there. Akma MD may have survived an immediate move, but it's very hard to make a move after MDing because you don't know what to do. Because you missed up. Best move there would have been to skim, and then yeah. But still, quite a close match. Akma went on the offensive, standing even more rubbish than Turtle. Jeez. And now we have Quarpai versus BCO. Now, I mean, I don't know, like theory on PCO playing slower against exactly what it was. PCO low EPM against high express. Okay, we'll see. Now I need a moment there. I'll go to somewhere real quick and get them off it. Alright, I am back and I am seeing Quarpai with back-to-back 20 and breaking. Okay. And VCO is lagging? Okay, what the frick just happened? What? Okay. Alright. Now 1-0. VCO goes for a liable. And Quarpai goes for... I actually know what opening went. Oh, he blocked. That's no. That IP space is yeah. No. All right. Now we have both players going for PKI, but Quarpai going for this LFT variation. PCO goes for a slightly safer approach. So still with the intent of going for the attack. However, Quarpai cancels everything and is now back to Surge, gapping the crap out of PCO. To be fair, that's a nice DS, but that is the end. That's an MD and yeah. Also, I will say, what the frick was that season? What? What was that season? Both they did the same opening. I will just say they did the same opening and the same follow-up. And now Quarpai decides to break the LST shape relatively quickly. And PCO's board is nice though, but does not have TP to be. Oh, okay. Interesting. Nice combo from PCO and nice all spin though. But it is not enough to kill or to at least force a surge break. So Quarpie is still going for the surge gap. I don't want to speak too fast. I think I ran out of breath. I wasn't trying to, I was just trying to calm. But oh my, I haven't calmed that long. Still a surge gap. This is kind of nasty. I'm pretty sure you can just break. Also, that is messed up. That is some messed up sequence there. TSD, S spin single TSD, and then that's another T spin instantly, and that's probably another. Wow, the start. What are these moves? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's Actually, I just realized it's probably Fonzie. Okay, it's Fonzie, not Castle Top. Oh, and then the bot is a fix because of Allspin. Oh, that okay. There's no fixing that. Oh, that was a nice. I don't know if that was very intentional, but that was a good tank to cancel from PCO. Nice DS, safe and sound. Cheesing Quarpie. That was probably a good idea though. Quarpie has probably one of the best back-to-back keeps ever, and that's a C spin, or he's gonna do S spin and oh yeah, what? And he's gonna go for Z. And that, and count to 4, no, going for this, and then count to 4, and then going for a TSD into an S spin. Though, oh, though PCO also does a nice spin, okay. He has, PCO has to break, but and now has to really go down. There's no escape. Problem is, you sent a surge there. So I would want to discuss something, and I'd say I'd call it dangerous surge numbers. When your surge reaches more than 9, your surge sends queen, and that's very important because that means it's tankable, like very tankable, much more tankable than Shees. And if it's more tankable than Shees, it means the risk of them surviving it will just straight up kill. Okay, that's too much. That's just way too. That's just oh my god. What the hell? But yeah, if you have a surge number that's higher than 9, you run into the problem is if you don't kill them with surge or do not, they will receive all the queen of surge. And when you do surge, you skim, and that means you probably don't have an extra defense, so you have to immediately make one. And that can really cause some issues, and that's a very nice, though you don't have the pieces for it. And this is one of the this is the good example of forcing a surge break, and PCO doesn't. Usually to deal with this is to make them break the surge by threatening their board, because of course if they're dead they can't surge and win. PCO going for PC, quite thematic, and going for another. Quarpie is gonna go for an S spin or a Z spin. But I haven't really been discussing. It's just that these players, some of the players are just so fast that I can't really comprehend move by move. Just have to get the ideas that they are doing. And the most insane parts of the ideas. Like, okay, what? Force break though, oh, that's... Yeah. This is kind of the problem. Like you have to, when playing like this, you have to play very precise, and you make one wrong move or one slow move or anything like that, and then you're in horrible disadvantage. But Quarpie is quite good at this. Now going to PCO, okay, probably isn't as efficient as Quarpie because that's very hard. But I will say PCO is definitely pressuring, like trying your best to pressure, and that's good. And importantly, not sending too much queen, as the queen will just be used to fuel Quarpie's. Oh my, that's a donation and a half though. I don't know. Yeah, it has to break though, but I think it's probably fine. Oh, that's empty. Nasty empty. Wait, give me a moment. I need to plug in device. Charge. Going back to the match, I'm guessing Warpai did DKI and PCO definitely did DKI. Probably did DKI flat top, if I were to guess. Well, BC has a very nice sequence, but okay, doesn't find it, but still has a nice count to 4. 11 surge. Actually, surge gapping. Okay, surge gapping Warpai. This is good. But Bobby has to break very soon, but this is gonna be a pretty good break, I gotta be honest. That is a very... Oh my... 48 damage. Oh. Straight up 48 damage. At the edge of the top. Literally right there at the sea. And gets a 48 spike. That's just something else. Has no moment. You're on the edge of death, and then you deliver final blow. Paper. Okay, this is gonna be. This is LST this is an LST from PCO. That's. Wi-Fi is getting surge gap. Wi-Fi is now definitely going faster, finding an absurd survival. That is. Oh shit. And now it's I was gonna say it's over, but PCO finds a very good survival also, but Wi-Fi is now going faster. That's scary. But PCO is finding some really nice defensive ideas though, defensive resource. Like these are really good. Like I'm gonna be completely honest, like, those are not easy to find at all. Even C spinning here. Very good as it might send enough lines to entice him to break. No, it really doesn't. Holy. Has to break, but that might be survivable, and PCO does survive. Really good open board. Very principled board. Has a lot of options, and now PCO has an advantage. Or a surge advantage. At least. A bit cheese to OS, right? The MD there. But PCO does ride. And he's still keeping surge, but this is again dangerous. As when you break surge, that's queen. And that... Oh, Wi-Fi survive and Wi-Fi is just gonna break to a kill. There it is. Wi-Fi also did some very nice... Again, like this is not easy. Those defense are not easy. And are not easy to find. Again, one wrong move, you can spell absolute disaster. You got to think to yourself if you're doing this strategy. Oh, Wi-Fi couldn't find the skim there. Wi-Fi is forced to go play on the defensive, though to be fair, PCO's board might be a bit too ambitious. And that is a ton of what this not. And that's the thing about the lower surges. Lower surges send a crap ton of Jesus, actually. And if you couple it with a DS, that sends even more. PCO going for BT Cannon. Actually has a very good board. And I will say, even though BT Cannon's old, okay, and then like the BT Assault is probably not the most dangerous, it still gives good boards. An opening is an opening. It is an opening. It's just depreciated because the amount of memorization. But I will say that is an insanely good sequence for and oh, that's unfortunate because Wi-Fi cannot break because it's a spin, so it doesn't break surge. But you really need to break surge there. You don't have a choice but to break surge to survive. But since that's not a surge break, Wi-Fi's dead. That's a full all spin opening from Wi-Fi. I don't know what. Again, I really don't know what this is. That's a risky move. I don't know what Wi-Fi's cooking. I really don't want this anymore. And PCO goes for a punish. It's just like the risk on using these openings, especially if they're new and a bit foreign. Now Wi-Fi goes back to a more usual TSS opening. Everybody has an interesting board. I don't think that's ice spinnable. Uh-oh. But what a skip. PCO going for the attack though. That's a very nice board. Might count to 4, yeah, going down to 4. Oh, what? MD question mark? I don't know. Still attacking though, but I don't think this is enough. But Kawhi is pausing. Rare. I would say that's kind of pretty rare. It's rare to see Kawhi pause. And it's risky to pause. That's awesome. Oh, that's a nice awesome. That's a nice stuff. Has to probably skim though. Yeah, Kawhi is looking for all spin opportunities there. I am pretty sure about that. I don't need to ask. So yeah, I'm gonna assume he is. That looks nice. Oh wow. Still trying to skim for the all spin. Has to break though. But using the all spin, you have +2 surge to defend with. And that is a nice void state. After that spin, he's gonna attack. And he's gonna go for a surge. And PCO is forced to break. What a sequence. What the fuck was that ice spin? I was like, what the hell? It's definitely interesting. PCO isn't going as fast. The PCO is defending, though that is very hard. Oh. Okay, I don't know what Scorpio's next move was there, unless he had the L piece. Is it L piece? Yes, it's... What the... Okay, MD from PCO, I don't know what to open this. And Scorpio seems to have PC, but doesn't go for it. And it doesn't do that much damage on standing... So it does keep beat to these, I'm actually curious on why. I thought he was gonna send it. Wi-Fi breaks, does not probably didn't find anything good in that board state, and gets a very nice DS out of it as PCO went a bit too aggressive. Bobby got a bit too used to Wi-Fi's slowness and quote-unquote passivity. It really isn't passivity. Okay, yeah, PCO was going to C4 wide. Honestly, I don't know how C4 wide will be. C4 wide at the start is still not the best. Oh, skim correctly. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, no, okay, yeah. I would say when C4 wide crits, no. You cannot let C4 wide crit, and you have to respond to C4 wide, or at least 4 wide. You have to respond to it. You have to make a correct response, otherwise it could just debilitate and destroy. So yeah, not that opening you want to ignore ever. Or not something that I don't ever. But I can say this because I've seen many die to it. By that. Is he gonna TST tower? Oh, he's probably gonna counter for it. There's no pieces for TST tower, and what the fuck? Where was the offense? I swear I saw PCO build a what? That was, I think I couldn't see. Yeah, no, this is why there should be 2 conflicts. This is because this is very hard to look at both boards. Not saying that I'm not calling out. It's just that this is why. If you guys are wondering why there's 2 commentators in many tournaments, that is why. Because looking at 2 boards is hard. Also, oh, that's a nice. Oh, okay. Can he actually live? At the edge, at the top of the board. And Wi-Fi is still trying to find the most efficient route. Even covering well, just for... Oh my... The fuck? This is lunatic stuff. BCO. So, what's the quite... Oh, he's gonna go for STSD. There it is. Gonna place out, has a very nice, both players have really nice boards. Oh, going for ST, going for a counter 4. I would say both players play, oh, and the thing is, again, they played the boards are so nice that even an MD isn't enough to make them completely use. So that's a plus. PCO is gonna go for another STSD, as Wi-Fi might. Oh, Wi-Fi is gonna go for a nice TSS Dono. But this he did not respect PCO's SDSD. And we have an SDSD kill on our hands. An SDSD took out Corpai. A nice, nice DS. Alright, 16 for PCO and STPC normal for Corpai. Actually curious. Going for some All-Spin lines in STPC it seems. Now he's gonna go for that. Oh, that's a nice sequence. And he's gonna go for DT. Yep. Probably should have expected. However, PCO has a very good attack, but again, Corpai has GT Tetris on his board. That is hard. Though a bit greedy from Corpai, as now he's might be heading to a counter. And there it is. And again, that's showing the problem of high surge. Like it's really risky to have high surge because it might not just be enough to kill. And giving someone high surge is giving someone clean. So we really have to capitalize because making the setup isn't enough. Usually, isn't enough. You have to know what the hell you're doing with it. Like you have to know the correct response, and sometimes it's very hard to pick the response. And New York Corpai having a very nice DS and dies game. I think PCO went a bit greedy at the end, but still a pretty interesting and close match. And definitely a slow one. Something to definitely remember. That's a match worth remembering. Even if it was slow and it was a surprise. There's a lot of it's instructive for slow players, definitely. Here, especially for slow players. Very nice. I played the both. So I think that again that means where's the brackets? Oops. Yeah, that means wait, PCO is out, but well fought, and we're getting down near to the not the ending, but to getting close. We're gonna want warm up. All right. Okay, I need water. Yeah. I will say they are very close. And I say I'd fought, but I guess I'm about to say I fought them both multiple times in the matches. Actually, higher, not that much. It's more 500. I will say they feel similar, as if they will just suffocate you with attack, and they are very consistent. Well, usually very consistent. I will say the highest probably a bit more consistent from our battles, but this will be indeed an exciting match to behold. I will say this is just warm up. What the fuck? That defense was wild. This will be difficult to commentate. I think both of them are gonna go berserk at the start. And it's gonna be like that until the end of this match. I'll just have to say. That's probably what's gonna be happening. And now, good luck and fun to both players. Let the match begin. Oh, alright. Beginning, we're probably gonna see TKI flat top for both players. Now they're gonna go for LFC and they are gonna completely blast each other. Let's see what happens. Oh, Hyvan going for a tank. Oh, and that's the first knockout. Right there. Okay. Very good tank. That really paid off for 5 good. Gosh. Going immediately for the DS as Haya was going for it. Also. A bit more defensive and more counter-attack-ish for Haya. What the fuck? I don't know about that, but that might just... that's a bold move. But double IP is respect. But 500 with the insane don't know. I was like, what the hell? I cannot comprehend what it's so fast. Oh, I think Haya messed up slightly on the sequence there. And that means Haivan is ready to take the momentum to their own game. But Haya, not standing by, going for an attack, was going for TST. Are you kidding? TST there? TST there? He's fucking alive? Oh, okay, yeah, I thought. I saw him getting really hyper again. Ah, we're gonna see TKI flapped up again. Oh, never mind. TKI flapped up for 500, but Haya is going for TKI. So fast, I don't even know what TKI is doing. It's not flapped up, and it's definitely. I mean, everything's safer than flapped up. Or everything's safer than flat up LFC, and those are a lot of unfortunate MDs and 500 success. Very clean board. Going for a nice, nice like he built Fractal, but the Fractal does not work for the first one. Because you need all the pieces to make it the Fractal. That's what it is. I don't know what to call those. Like they're Fractals, but usually when you build the Fractal, you can already T-spin while building the sequence. So you have the choice, but this one does not. You know, just a little bit. Both players have similar search both make at the same time, and literally nothing happens to their board, but they're still playing this blistering speed. But 5-1 is unable to. Holy shit, he can't spin the piece! He can't spin the piece! Oh! That's a. Oh no. Oh, that's enough. I would just say I did not give a shit, just kept sending. Probably sent even harder, not gonna lie. Alright, we have 6-spin versus C-spin, and Haya goes for the tank. Going for this nice count to 5. Oh! See? I shouldn't be that excited. I probably should get used to it, but still, this is a lot of damage. And that's a nice down stack on 5-1. Even having a 4 wide or another very good board sweep from 5-1, tanked at the right moment and then went for a very brutal DS into Tetris. Oh, 5-1 going for this system. The fast one, it's aggressive, but only at high speeds because it takes a lot of pieces. Similar to PCO, similar to a stacking opening, but it's designed to just cause sheer amounts of damage. But it seems like it doesn't matter as 5-1 is still absolutely pressuring, hammering down with the pressure. But it seems like somewhere in the middle of that, 5-1's momentum completely disappeared, and now Haya has an easier time to defend, honestly. But it's still, that again, it's 5-1. 5-1 just does not stop. It just does not. Oh, that might be the needed piece. That might be the under, and there it is. 5-1 just breaks and the GG's. I think the O-piece was necessary for survival, needed to be placed on the right. It's always these small nuances. We see TKI laptop versus OMD. Wait, that means Haya could go for more offensive. So that does mean maybe LFT would have been a better choice, but it's still a very hard position for 5-1 to defend. That is too much garbage. Haya gets another point. So yeah, I will say, guys, it's my commentary too fast. I can slow down if that's the case. It might be too fast. I'll slow down a bit. To be fair, they are playing ridiculously fast, but I think there's some ways to mitigate. And there's again, both players pressure really hard. It's gonna be a question of who can grab momentum and stick by it until the opponent falls. 5-1 delaying their opening, deciding to tank. That means they're behind in surge, and 5-1 completely burst out the sequence. Oh no. But however, I think that's paid off. It made Haya attack, thinking that he had a good surge advantage and wanted to screw up 5-1's board, but it's just not what happened. So now 5-1's just building for an advantage, but Haya is ready. Haya is ready with 5-1's attack. Maybe 5-1 should have built a bigger one. And now 5-1's in the ropes, defending, but really very good defense. Nice spin for a nice L spin and J spin for 500 defense. And going for the spike and Haya almost. I think he MD'd, but it was so fast. It's so hard to tell. What's going on? Like, what the hell is going on? Something. Like, it's just like it's easier when watching, but when playing, it's just such a blur sometimes. It's going for this insanely aggressive system. Both players are going for it. Both players are building this freaking power stacks against each other. Even in just the opening phase, I'm pretty sure they built the same thing, by the way. Aya was just first. Aya was just freaking first. That's that. Let's see, let's see. Oh, I don't think that was a skim he wanted to do. That's not very thematic of the match. But still, very good boards for both players. As they are attacking each other, and it is. Oh, Haya pulled through there. 5-1 almost fixing the MD, so that's insane. That's just insane. But I think 5-1 made some slightly inaccurate moves in the end, leading to Haya being able to out pressure him. Haya immediately surge for break. And going for I thought it was gonna be a going for a STSD. STSDs, they can be good though. They really can. It's just that you have to be careful. But they can really do that. Really good. Force break surge against 5-1. That's probably very good for momentum's sake. As 5-1 is MDing quite a bit. Again, this is a uncomfortable situation. You broke surge, you're high up the board. Someone named Haya is pressuring you. You know, it's just Haya, but the other one of them. It's just Haya. He has a 185 APM. Completely fine, guys. Haya's thinking about LSD. That's just. I am pretty sure Haya was hovering, thinking if he should LSD or not. That's an absurd thought against 4.5 TPS 500. What the fuck? Oh, this is that empty. Oh. Neck and neck. I knew it. Neck and neck. But oh, okay. Again, like this is LSD v LSD, or it's like for TKI, it's like the calmest opening. Sometimes, but sometimes it's literally the most aggressive. It is just the most aggressive open you've ever seen. And oh crap, I didn't really talk about that much. Much sorry. We have C-spin. Probably. Oh, that's an insane line. That's just one shot. Oh, what the fuck? The C-spin donation. Tetris. Okay. Okay, 5-1's gonna go for it again, but Haya will be prepared this time with their own nastiness. May I add? What the fuck? So boom, boom, and then pow. And then there's still more. Also nice, but it's gone. 7-9. Still a match. Definitely still a match. A match to be fought. Oh, I'm waiting. Oh no, Haya's just gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. You know he's gonna go for it. Yep, he's going for the LSD. Was it intentional? Might have been. Cause Haya might be getting a bit too feisty with those things, and I think he might have gotten unintentionally baited by it. So he does this. But it is tough on mental. So I will say that stuff is tough on mental state. Yeah, that is really tough mental. It didn't look like that much happened. Like 5-1 defended. But that's a lot. Because essentially, he will he unintentionally just went, come get some, go for it, you know, attack me, I dare you. And then, he did he did it. but he couldn't. It wasn't enough. And this time, Taya is going for the kill. Oh, it is match point though, but still, I mean they're both really fast. Anything can happen. Oh, we have accelerated TKI. Oh, the pieces on all the garbage is there. Oh, he's gonna go for that spin, and he's gonna go for S spin. Oh, he's not. Wait, does he know? Oh, he does eventually. And he breaks the surge, going for the immediate aggression. And oh, shit. Oh, he's gonna go for his sneeze. He's gonna go for a copy. As Paimon actually survives it really well and gets the spike done, and that's GG's. What the? What the? Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I felt like this was gonna be a bloody match, a complete destruction of a match. But still, and it ends right there at 500 manages to keep their hold on the winners area. But it's still absolutely. I will have to go relatively slow. Oh, I'm glad they've gone so many of these matches. Oh my, it's a delight to watch. Now we have Turtle versus Quarpy at 2v5. Both players have similar. I don't say similar plays. I think they still play quite differently, but they have their effects. The effects of their playstyle, of their gameplay, definitely feel similar. So there's definitely still nuances. That's very interesting. You want to see what happened? No, I will say there is a pretty decently big gap in terms of rank and APM. Good gosh, what? But to be fair, DPS aside, this will be efficiency. I believe this will be a battle of efficiency, and yeah, it's just that I don't know who wins an efficiency battle, but Turtle definitely has a lot more speed within him to use in his pocket. There will be no warm up as both players will be going for SDPC spin, and they are definitely going for one of the testing lines of SDPC. Complete attack. And I will say, Pi is not messing around. He's going 2.8 DPS. But Turtle's not messing around. And again with the problem. Standing high surge, if they live, they receive clean, and that is very dangerous on someone like Turtle. Or someone like Pi. And they are battling each other. But this will be really interesting. Both players have MD DKI. I don't know which one is worse, honestly. No, I know Turtle did. What was that? A Hess? Or Zeeks? Hacking? Okay, it's an interesting time. I think Turtle broke Surge. Ooh, okay, I don't think that's intentional. Quarpy definitely got a better trade there, I would say. Both players are now having to DS though. And I think that was probably a better exchange for Quarpy. Quarpy has to do quite a bit less. However, Turtle does survive and now has a very good board state to start doing things. Quarpy immediately breaks Surge, but Turtle does not get affected by it at all. But does give Quarpy a very nice board to work with. Turtle is forced to break, and that might mean Quarpy goes for the offensive. But this is not it. This might not be it. Quarpy is forced to play now forced to play defense, having to sacrifice, having to place pieces in awkward squares, and boom. That is the end. As Quarpy did send a lot before that, so it would have been very dangerous even if I'm doing anything there. Oh, double cancel. Though Quarpy does have a disadvantage, probably from using double cancel. Break Surge, however, the Surge was first, which means which means it will be cancelled first. And since the next sequence was clean, It has to be Queen. He had that tank Queen then. Break though, and that is not a tank. That is not an ideal tank. The turtle manages the DS, but gets sent with a bit, gets pelted with a bit more cheese. And Quarapai is going for a nice DS here. And he's gonna get a very nice voice state, and he's gonna break, and he's gonna win that round. Turtle was definitely going for some interesting defenses there, trying to be efficient, but against Quarapai, it might not be the most ideal. Turtle tanks, so and that definitely looks ideal to me. Holy. Well, and he's gonna get more just to kill secure at 4.3 PPS. I'm gonna guess he's gonna TST tower. Honestly, he probably would have went for TST tower after put that position. Now Turtle goes for Reliable. Is he gonna tank Reliable? No, he's just gonna go straight for the kill, going for the 6-3 of Reliable. Known to be, well, great. And opening well in such beautiful fashion. Quarapai can't defend. Too much damage there. Tried to make a bit of an aggressive move there by going for TST into the Tetris, which would be great, but oh, that's definitely not one of the greatest things. Might be survivable, but that's a T piece, not a Z piece. Unfortunate. MD. That unfortunate kill. Fortunate for Turtle, so yeah. Oh, that's a nice relief of Allspin. This one also. Problem is, this is giving momentum to someone like Turtle can get very dangerous, and he just ignores it. However, Turtle breaks, and because Turtle MD'd a lot. That's a lot of Queen, and again, I just said, sending that much Queen to someone like Quarapai or Turtle is probably gonna be a mistake. There it is. Not that they made a mistake, they made a misdrop that forced the surge break, but because they had high surge, that sort of thing can happen. I think this is Quarapai. I don't know if it's own opening, but it's definitely an interesting approach. And definitely nice the Allspin stack there. Though he needs to make a move. My dude needs to make a move, man. That that mini was nice, however that forces a waste of it's Quarapai would have actually went for a skim there. He would have skimmed TPs and then used S and then made a T-spin. Messed up idea. Just wasn't couldn't execute it. Reliable versus LST is on our hands. And I thought that Quarapai went for LST. But what a nation. However, forced to break, and this is again just so much attack that it is just very hard to defend. That's it. Quarapai needs to get faster. Why a low amount speed is enough? Might just be enough to hang in there for a long time, enough to make things happen more. Both players have very similar board states and similar ideas of just absolutely crushing each other using power stacks. Now things get slightly peaceful. So there's definitely a surge issue. Oh, and Garbage was there. Probably not the most ideal eye placement. And Turtle would have just he has a copied double Tetris into more T-spins probably. That's a lot. We have STPC Spin versus DKI. Quarapai has a wow, I can't even describe what that is. Just Allspin, insane Allspin sequence to a ridiculously nice board, literally the same. By the way, again, like Quarapai's efficiency is absurd. He literally has the same surge count as Turtle at 2.5 PPS. But that is not the move. But he's alive. But I don't think he lives any longer. Again, yeah, that's a Turtle was searching for a move and he tanked and he immediately attacked. What a tank. What a plan and what a execution. Though I don't know about this execution. It might be Quarpy wanting to go for one. And he wants that kill. And he's skimming for that D-spin. But it might not be enough. But he still has one last DS with him to go for it. However, Turtle does survive. And now Turtle is pissed. However, Quarpy is still holding on. But this is maybe not that long, but what a nice tank. Oh, that could be a nice garbage. So Turtle not letting him do it that easily. As Turtle is going for some down to 4 action, but might be greeding a bit much. But still has quite a lot of points to catch up. But still. The position was very confusing for Turtle, they're not gonna lie. And Turtle's going for TST. TST attacks. That is way too much garbage. That's not survivable in any shape or form, as the Turtle is straight up going at a blistering speed of 4.7 FPS. It's our max point. But Quarpy is still gonna hold. Quarpy is still gonna hold for how much more matches? As Turtle is just trying to end it all. But Quarpy, no player give up. But that is an unfortunate way to lose. Itchies. And also I would say that is an insanely nice attack from Turtle. 180 TSS to funnel stack to rewind. What an end. Now that does get quiet, but as Turtle proceeds. Yeah. Turtle has defeated the Quarpy and now has to face Haya again. It was a very close match fight. It could have honestly ended both ways. It could end in both ways. I would say Quarpy, he didn't really get that much points, but what a defensive hold against such a fast player. I'm always with respect. Tons of respect. But Quarpy. Now they do that seek warm up, they seek blood. Clearly, like they don't warm up. And they shall fight once again. As both players go for a TK, FECO, The Haya did MD, but now he has a pretty nice board to go for some things, and honestly, I don't think Turtle expected that at all. I mean, who the heck? Like, you saw them MD and you're like, oh, it's probably fine, but slap in the face, and there it is. First point is given. And now Haya if he wants blood, so he's going for LST right there. As Turtle would have actually went for LST, but decides to not. Now going for you know what this is? If I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know what this is, but it's definitely safe though. It doesn't look that safe, but I assure you that's safe. Unfortunate MD from Haya, but probably didn't expect the spike. Something again very similar to what happened in the last match. Though that's a disgusting SF. Almost survived. So. Now we have Flat Top versus Reliable TST. Haya choosing to break V2B, though not a search, for a very nice safe board, and Turtle sent lines and it got immediately handed back to him and then some. Nice side. Very good tank and power. Turtle is actually playing a little bit slower. So as I said that he decides to burst all of his pieces and he's gonna make a Kaidan attack. Breaks immediately though. I think, yeah, no, that was a really. I did not expect him to do that, but it ended very well. Unexpected attack. Haya was probably gonna. Yeah, because Haya was building LSD, but it was a strange LSD, and it broke quite fast. Now we have Stick Spin versus STPC Spin. And that's an interesting STPC Spin line with some aura spins mixed within. Definitely getting the advantage in terms of surge amount. But Haya, that's a very nice position there. Completely ready. Oh, now is definitely gonna go fast. Seeing what Haya was handed over, and that's garbage still. What is going on here? Why is the garbage still going there? I know something happened to the seed, but what the fuck? Oh, that could be disastrous. These I've been but since the surge is the same, nothing happens, and Turtle gets a nice multiplier. Going for a he's going for a TST. Another TST bites the dust, and oh, that's an unfortunate MD from Haya trying to make a TSD with skin. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, both players MD'd, but it turns out Turtles was broken. Because I would say that MD might have made Haya want to send or want to break Surge. But since Surge was the same, if both players break, it will cancel. And if you're confident that you live, then you can, and you know that you have good lines below you, you might just want to do that. And it's fascinating. I think Turtle miss PC. I don't know if they would want to. It's always a choice. Haya though with a very nice really nice board with getting this STMB cave. Probably another STMB cave coming. Yep, there it is. Now he's gonna go for ST or hamburger, or what feels like hamburger. Not the most efficient, but definitely something to look for. I think he had PC also, but I can't. I'm not good at PC. Ooh, though that is a bit passive. Haya needs a bit more gas in these attacks. Needs a bit more power, it seems. As Turtle is pressuring him at lower speed. I'd say that's a sign. Whoa, there's an offensive right there. Though highest board looks a bit strange, I'll be completely honest. But does I don't know about that. Multiplier there, that's a takedown. And now Turtle is actually building it. It's not that big, but definitely a significant lead. Now we see this variation again, and Turtle goes for the PC. It's B2B. And now problem is Turtle's kinda cheese. Turtle does attempt to use the surge to send cheese, but it didn't go through because the message was failed to send. And okay, I would just say Haya had a disgusting TKI donation. They could have built TKI as a donation and could have went for TSD to TSD to Tetris to TSD. Would have been an absolutely shocking spike. Oh, has to force to skim so uncomfortably, and it's not gonna matter. As Turtle is ready to just do it again. That's the thing, like, you get smacked around with an attack and you're like, it's over, but it's not. We have STPC versus a C-spin opponent. I think it's Star, but I don't know. And Haya is going for a center funnel stack. Center power stack over here, and he's still gonna continue it. Now he's gonna transfer, utilizing the garbage that he was sent, having a back-to-back of 14 and sending that right. Damn. The sheer damage from it is just too much. Now, yeah, I don't know what these openings are. But they are nice TS. What the fuck? How did Haya get to that, what appears to be Black Tea Cannon? So Haya couldn't get a very nice point state. It appears. Oh! And then it appears like Turtle. It's getting a very nice position here. Oh! Unfortunate placement on Espies. I gotta be completely honest. If Espies was placed, there might have been a slither of a chance. 1% is better than 0. Take the 1%, might as well. LST, straight and simple, going for the kill. As Turtle actually has a pretty uncomfortable board, if I'm gonna be honest with you. The highest LST has, okay, it has revived itself, but now has to waste a T-piece, which is usually a bad sign because you need to use another T-piece. But it seems like it's still going, the assault is still there. Break Surge though, but it's solo Break Surge. And it does kinda nothing, it doesn't do that much. When Surge is solo and your opponents are prepared for it, it really can't. It sometimes just doesn't do as much as you think it would, even if it says. Which is impressive, I gotta say that. It's massive to just see Surge get nullified. I mean, I guess if you're, if you're a player this caliber, you're probably used to actually seeing 16 spikes. Like that was a 25 spike, but it doesn't seem like it did that much. But a lot has to happen to survive. But like, but like you have to be precise about it. But this is just way too. That is a very nice assault. Very clean board. To be fair, Turtle's board was also clean. Quite clean. But I think a slight cover of well and a bit aggressive of a move, which is SDSE, just it's not built to survive bigger spikes. Because damage wasn't respected enough. And I noticed that there's some slight momentum loss from Turtle, but he is getting clean. And Haya breaks quite nicely, managing to get Shears on his board, and also cancelling the surge. As Haya goes for the offensive, but actually by the time that happens, Turtle managed to block all the cheese, but Haya sending more! But Turtle blocks most of it. That's actually really clutch. I will say, that's really clutch. You do not want to receive that cheese. That cheese is that was 5 lines of cheese. No. Whoa. That is extreme. Might be a bit much. So Haya doesn't have that much punish. Never mind, Haya. It was a delayed punish. And now it's even. Absurd. It's even now. But yeah, oh fuck. Let's see. We have. Don't know what this is. I was gonna say Turtle might break because I really don't know what move he's supposed to do. And now he's going for. Oh, I don't know what happened to Haya's board, but that is not the move. Oh my god. And Turtle, probably the slowest win he's gotten in against Haya in this match. 2.3. Very good counter. Very good efficiency. Now we have Reliable versus Accelerated DKI. And I think there's just an uncomfortable Q and MD. Q wasn't comfortable there, and then spins were just not miscalculation and misstops. Haya tanks and the garbage goes to the holy zone, it seems. Oh, okay. Okay, 37 ed. Oh my goodness. Yeah. When garbage goes to LST hole, it is absurdly dead. Alright, they're going for flat top. Pat the PC actually. As Haya goes for a C-spin and cancels everything that Turtle sent with it, however, cancels their fleet to beat also. Haya going for, I thought it was going for a tank, but going for a cancel. Interesting. Very nice DS, and I think Turtle got caught off guard Probably thought he was safe there, but it's a lot of garbage. The match is being played a bit slow, but again, we could always see the absurdity. Again, highest tanking PC. Fair enough, it really doesn't do that much damage anymore. Oh, oh, it's the Fractal by Haya. What the fuck? Though I don't know if this is. Oh, it is. But an MD. Oh, crap. That MD is nasty. And Haya is matchful. Turtle using up. It seems all of their speed this time. There's no going back. It appears there's just no going back. Turtle is forced to break B2B. They cannot tank that. That's not possible. It looks like you can, but if he did, it would be and there's nerves. There's definitely some nerves happening. Pieces are being scrambled. Pieces are being scrambled, guys. As Haya goes down, two more points, and it will be a tie break. Going here, we have Turtle thinking. Okay, yeah, there's some delay on that. Usually, Turtle would just straight go for STPC spin, but maybe he's looking for a bigger advantage. Would have went for something else. Oh my! What a sequence! What the fuck? And he can just tank because it's so quick. And now he's gonna. Uh oh. He MD'd the hard. Now he's forced on defense. Unfortunate, that would have been such a huge attack. But Haya just does not know what to do. Just straight up does not know what to do here. There's too many things. And it's 10 to 9. See, this is what I'm talking about. It may be match fun, but it doesn't mean it's over. At all. Things can still happen, and you have to finish the job if you're Haya. If you're Haya right now, you're thinking, how do I finish this? And if you're a Turtle, you have to go, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. And it's just utterly intense. As Haya is going for LST, as Turtle is going for such clean setup. But now, there's a lot of things happening again. 4.3 for Turtle. The fastest he's been in, one of the fastest he's been. And now he's hesitating a bit. I can see there's some delay on his moves. Trying to think, trying to not lose. As Haya goes for the offensive, and I think that is GG's. Haya managed to sneak in the spike, and oh my goodness, that is GG's. And there was cheese everywhere on Turtle's board, and Haya manages to build a nice Fractal into DS, into Tetris, into a DS, and I was gonna make another cut copy, and he didn't MD. I think it was just a absolute. I'd say that was definitely one of the nastiest outplays I've ever seen on my life. He's ruining position, and yeah, he deserves a break after that. It's literally no, what the hell? Oh my goodness. I would say if you guys are playing in tournaments, you can ask for breaks. Ask for breaks, guys. Ask for breaks because matches are intense, especially for intense matches, because you're going so fast and then all of these things happen in your brain. And yeah. Now we have the battle of the 4 letters. 500 versus Twitch. Haya. And though I will say I would love to do this, but I think I have to go, sadly. Though maybe I can stay a bit longer. I don't really know. Hmm. Maybe I can skim a bit more matches. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard, but actually, let me see. It's 2 matches left. Or wait, no, it's 2. There's wait, what was this? This is Seed 4 versus Seed 2, and no, this should be false. Actually, wait, I don't. Wait, how many matches? Wait, I need to. I might. Okay, this might be false. You know, Hey, balling. I mean, I don't have school anyways. So. No, I need water. I just drank. What just happened? What just? Oh, going. Okay. I really needed that. This is also gonna be yet another explosive match. Like, it's like similar to the turtle match. This is gonna be a highly explosive, highly destructive, complete bombing. Probably shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. Oh! I can't commentate that. What just happened? Yeah, RNG, and survival for both players. The fuck? Both players going PCO. This is gonna be a wild one. This is gonna be glorious. This is gonna be great. That's okay. This is that was a nasty one from 500. Went for attack, even MD'd, but the MD didn't even matter. It was still so much damage. That's another MD. But I think it's. Oh no! I will say, just like the third one. Actually, this is gonna be even worse. 500 is straight up offense. Any hesitation, any misdrop, any clean send will result in utter devastation for both boards. Straight up utter devastation. As both players are doing LSD, but 5 on MDs it, which is usually advantageous for the one doing LSD, as Haya gets an absolutely glorious DS, but 5 on is surviving like an absolute unit, making their own counter as Haya DSs and everything cancels somehow. What? Haya is trying to set up for another, and 5 is setting up their own attack, but MDs and has no choice but to break, sending a tiny amount of cheese. Oh, that's sucks to be an MD. However, 5 fixes it very well, making a absolute Herculean defense right there. Fuck. That was like only moves in a row. Absurd. Really absurd. But that MD is also really absurd. Oh no. Higher relentless. Absolutely relentless. Haya's also playing safer. I mean, makes sense. Though still going for aggressive opening. It is fitting to their style. Like both players' style. But that's a lot of disgusting parity. I got the. Yeah, that seems like it's gonna bite. Oh no. That's a lot of parity. I was gonna. As soon as I saw questioning the integrity of Ivan's position there. And Haya just has a completely clean board timing everything. Paimon going for one of the signature openings. C-spin at almost 4. It says 5 has come online. Tetrio, you drunk? Literally fighting right here. How was he not online? Or did he mess with his settings during game? No, that's not how it works. And then while I was yapping, the attacks 4 PPS, both players. 4 PPS 5. As Haya was also setting up aggressive counters. C-spin again, but who has to spin the piece is what the fuck? Has to make only moves. These are literally only moves. Like if you don't do anything else, it is lost. Game is lost. But Haya manages to pull through. But Haiman's not done. 5's going for more surge, for donos, for MD also. But oh my, okay. Both players are alive. Maybe not that well. I mean, is so explosive. How can it be well? Oh, the momentum lost and it was given to Haya. Haya fighting hard. Holy shit. But 5-1 is relentless. Like both players are completely relentless. But Haya might have a slight edge in efficiency, but 5-1 is so fucking fast. He's just so fucking fast. And like the setups that he knows. I'm gonna say that he probably the setups that he knows probably exceed Haya's, which means in more positions he gets to completely destroy you with an attack. But the safety is helping Haya, and Haya is going absurd right now. 4 PPS constant. Teasing 500. The fuck? 500 is getting cheap. So 500 is actually trying to cheese Haya also with these skims, and it's kind of working. Making Haya forcing to break, can't really make explosive attacks when your board is just completely fucked by cheese. So, but still pulling together. Haya manages. Oh, that's an unfortunate MD. I think 500 would survive that. And Haya is actually getting a lead. Pretty insane lead. Oh my goodness, this is absurd. Look at it. Uh-oh. I think 5-1 tried to do signature, but the MD doesn't actually look that bad, and 5-1 doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't give a shit and just kills straight up after the MD. He MD'd and he was like, fuck this, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. What? What the? Man. And then we have PCO and we have Factor. We have triple Factor on the board. And 5-1 using the garbage, making a dono to another dono to a all spin sequence into a TSS, into back-to-back 10, into a freaking S, into a freaking Z spin, and then the board can calm down. Oh, wait, okay, 5-1. That's a very nice sequence. So I don't think he's gonna go for TST tower. That's not his style. But it doesn't matter as he's still going for that offense and he's catching up. He's running at higher and saying, fuck off, I'm getting my points back. Post side delay, I don't know, that might be lag. Still going for that PC4, even if it doesn't generate. They are dedicated to the art of PCO assault, PCO upstack, man. You don't even care that it doesn't give V2V. I will say 5-1's playing a lot safe. Has adapted pretty well. Seems like it's very good for 5-1 over here. As Haya is struggling, and Haya's now getting cheesed. Haya's forced to go on the defense. As 5-1 has a 37 spike. Knocked off, he's almost back in the game. I know he's back in the game, and he's almost back in tie, almost tied again. 5-1 with renewed confidence is going for 5 DPS. MDs though, but that MD does make a TSS, though that's not Surge 4. Oh shit. Haya with the advantage, definitely with some advantage. Oh, the fuck! I did not see that. Haya doesn't exactly have an attack though. Has to tank, but probably fine. 5-1 is insane. What is that defensive style? Like his defense is non-existent. His defense is offense. That's his defense. Haya did manage to get point with the momentum, but that's a lot. 5-1 MDing again it seems, but it seems like he's going for safety. Though MDs are not very ideal, it seems. 5-1 does have a nice board to defend with, but everything is really uncomfortable as you have to make some only moveset again, and it's too much. There's so many, like, it looks like it could be survival. It's so hard, because you have to make such precise decision, and one wrong move is killed. One wrong move, you die. And it's very hard to do that at that speed. And I will say that's an insane. Oh, that's disgusting. Also nice, but reverse nice, but it's gone now. Oh, how many 9-7s have we seen? And 9-6. Seriously, we've probably seen so many of these. These matches are absurd. As soon as I go back to commenting, this is what or commentating. This is what I fucking witness. Okay, but sometimes this is what I have to fight. Fuck. Yeah. And he's just fighting TTS, just going for donos. That dono would have. That TSS, I think, wanted the TSS, but kind of messed it up. That TSS would have went to a Tetris into another attack, into another, and it's 9-8. And this is a straight 6-3 assault. Though I don't know about those placements. I think 5-1 is going a bit too fast with this time because he can't even generate a B2B. But I think he's got his composure right now and he's gonna build a fractal and he's gonna put a freaking I thought he would have put the genius. Actually genius move. And now he has an absurd, this is a scary disadvantage for Aya over here. At any moment, 5-1 can break that shit and send 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Aya breaks trying to force a break. 28, 29. Fucking hell, he's gonna go to 30 it seems, and he's probably gonna do it right now, and that's a 30. Oh my god! But Aya's alive, but he MD'd, and it's over. He's gonna die. It's and it's tied. It's tied. What the? It's literally FT2. And both players are going for literally almost the exact same thing on PCO. 5-1 sends first. Aya going on the counter attack. 5-1 making all of the uncomfortable moves, but manages to do it, breaking Surge 4 at the right moment. And making the pieces at the right moment. Also, he do not go for TSC Tower, my dude. Okay, I'm glad. Again, I don't think he would, but, you know. Oh, Aya's an uncomfortable board. It's 10, 9, 10, and 4. It's match point for freaking 5-1. This is insane. He caught up. It was 7-4 or 7-3 in fact, and it's 9-10 now. Aya has to catch up, and there's no deuce because we don't like deuce. Hummingbird does not like deuce, and I agree. Because deuce is too much. It may make games too long. Also, Aya has a beautiful attack. What the fuck is this? 25 spike and 5-1 does not have the most cover. Oh my goodness, it's sniping. Whoa. I think they're gonna go for SDPC. I mean, they're gonna go for SDPC spin, I swear. Actually, no, they're going for stick spin. But Aya MD. Oh, Aya MD stick spin. This is uncomfortable. It's not losing, but it's uncomfortable. And 5-1, 3-4. What the fuck? And going for fucking hell. This setup. And GG's. Aya MD the 2 eyepieces, and the game is over. My good. 5-1 went and caught up and ended the game with an MD, but it went to such a nice board, gaming at and getting Surge for break after 3 T-spins. Okay. What a match. And now that means, well, 5-1 wins weight. And I think that is the end. Holy crap. Alright, if you want, I need to drink some water. Now, that literally could have not got closer. GG's to everyone. Yep, GG's to everyone. Of course, everyone did their fighting. And everyone was brave. And everyone was radiant. Well, you can play. GG's to everyone. It's been fun commentating. And other than else, there's yeah, we're gonna raid CZ. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be happening. And if you guys want to donate for Radiant to support the project for Radiant, we'll do so with the link there in the chat. And well, yeah, thank you everyone for playing and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed those matches as much as I did. It is fun to watch these games again. It has been a while. Holy crap, it's been a while since I commentated. To be fair, when I play, I kind of commentate. So if I can commentate, that usually means I can play very well also. And yeah, we're gonna be raiding CZ, seems. And that bracket.